Hi, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I just am here, the creator and writer of Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemists of our lives and to teach us how to become spiritual beings. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop showing me to God, it ain't gonna stop me. All right, let's go. I'm trying to make this really quick. Please let this be under 15 minutes, child. All right, dear God, guardian angels, and ancestors, what information do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time? Please deliver these messages to me and through me, allow no room for doubt or confusion in me and the viewer's mind. I don't know, y'all. I'm kind of tired. I'm pushing it. I probably should have just stopped. Angel number 46. But I'm going to try to do one quick more. Okay. I love it. Perfect. The message that came out is passion and reflection. Angel number 104, right away, I get this message that God is asking us to reflect on our passions, to reflect on those things that truly gets us up at night, and then ask ourselves, why do we let it die? Because this message of death is underneath this. So why did we let certain passions go? It's time to reflect on them. Maybe God is asking us to bring them back to our life. All right, so let's go to the book and get some information. Remember, this is my deck where the cards are just all over the place, and I really shouldn't be using them. But I just love this deck so much. How you perceive passion can depend on what lens you view it through. Passion may be associated with lust and temptation, or it may suggest optimistic action like a fire in your belly. This card encourages celebrating your passions in whatever form they take. It asks you to acknowledge the flame that sits within you, whether it is a deep conviction, interest, or love. Find what strokes your inner light, your inner fire, and embrace the excitement that comes along with it. I love it. Along with this message of reflection. Some say that certain people or situations in your life act as mirrors that reflect back to you and teach you. What that mirror reveals can act as a resource What that mirror reveals can act as a source of inspiration, encouraging you to move forward. You may not like what you see, given the opportunity to make some important changes in your life. This is the card. This is a reminder of the importance. This card is a reminder of the importance to take reflection. Let me start over. Angel number 258. Y'all, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm tired. I don't know where this coming from. Some say that certain people or situations in your life act as mirrors that reflect back at you and teach you. What that mirror reveals can act as a source of inspiration, encourage you to move forward. You may not like what you see, given the opportunity to make some important changes in your life. This card is a reminder of the importance of taking some time to reflect and partake in some deep inquiry. What are the mirrors in your life trying to show you, and what can you learn from them? So again, with this death underneath this and protection, I just feel like God is asking us to really reflect on why we let certain passions die. Like, was it because we felt like we didn't have enough within us? Did we feel like, we didn't have what it takes? Or is it because they weren't true passions? But God is saying that if it ignited a fire in your belly, then it was a true passion, and it probably was something that you could, that you should have took seriously. I'm also seeing this synchronicity of both of these mirrored images. And so for me, I feel like what God is saying is if you think about certain people that you are attracted to, certain people that you feel drawn to, so say the Jay-Z's, the Beyoncé's, the Issas, whenever you find yourself drawn to them, you're drawn to them because you see a likeness, you see a light within them. Everybody that you're inspired by them, not because they are who they are, but because they recognize they have a similar light and a similar ingredient that you have within you. And so what God is trying to get you to see is that if you can be inspired by somebody else, or if you feel a connection to somebody else, then what you're really truly feeling is a connection to you. And God is saying if they could do it, then you could do it too. So why did you die? Why did you give up on this dream? Why did you let it go? I don't know. I feel like that's what we need to figure out. I'm going to go ahead. Let's go to our cards. Let's get some tarot because I'm interested to see what's the energy behind this. God, clarify this message of passion and reflection. Why is it so important for us to reflect on the people who inspire us and to reflect on those passions that we let go? Please allow no room for doubt or confusions in me of the viewer mind. God. Okay. All right. Okay. And what about this death card? What is the death card? I'm final. Take the death. Ah, that's what it is. Angel number 534. It looks like you have a lot of choices. There's a lot of choices to make, and God is asking you to. I was recently listening to Luna. I forgot her name. But she just did a recent energy update. I'll put it down below. But she was talking about how like sometimes you can have like say for example when you're on a computer and you have a whole bunch of tabs open, your browser starts like running slowly, right? And so for me, for some reason, I'm getting this energy that God is saying like you are like thinking about so many things. It's like you like, God, I want this, I want to have, I want love and I want career and I want you want all of these different things. And I feel like it's confusing you and make you feel a little bit overwhelmed. And I feel like what God is saying is just to close some of those tabs down and just to focus your attention, your energy and your passions on one thing. If you do that, fast communication is going to come in because remember our message this week, what seems to be the theme of this week is clarity. And so what God is saying, when you have your mind bouncing from back and forth between all the things that you want and you don't want and you're trying to choose, it's too much. Like when you're confused, the universe is also confused as well. And so what God is saying is close some of those tabs, focus your energy on your passions. And when you focus your energy on your passions, what you will realize is that fast communication is going to come in and then somebody is going to come in to offer you the cup. This is why God, he's also telling you to take that time to, pause and have a reflection because he really wants you to, again, you have to think about like, what do I really want? What are some of these, what tabs can be closed at this time? Like, and I'll use myself for an example. You guys know that I want love. You guys know that I want to leave out of corporate America. I want to have better friendships. I want to travel. Like these are all these things that I want to do, but I'm not focused on it. Look at this: the three of wands with the seven of cups. That's 10. 7 plus 3 is 10. God is trying to say the cycle is complete. You're able to not only go after your passions, but also your heart desires. But the way that you do it more effectively and efficiently is that you have to focus on one thing. When you focus on one thing, you put all your cup and your energy into it, it'll spill over and it'll affect everything else. This is what God is trying to get you to understand. All of your energy being scattered is fucking things up. So it's like if you just put your energy and your focus and your passion towards one thing, then that one thing will come. Also, this 8 of Wands coming out for this passion. Remember, every time I say this is a card about divine timing. So what God is saying is that at this point, he wants you to kind of once you have that clarity of mind of who you want to be and what decisions you're going towards or what passion you really want to see out. God is going to make it happen, but it's not on you to try to figure out, okay, when is it going to come in? You just need to do your thing. You just need to keep focusing, going forward, driving head forward towards your passions. And then that offer from the Knight of Cups is going to come in. Knight of Cups is somebody who is, very, grounded, somebody who is focused on their cup. They're focused on their things that they are seeking. And honestly, I feel like they're drawn and they're led by their heart. They allow their heart to lead them. And so I feel like for some reason, God is asking you to, thank you, God. He's asking you to reflect on those times of when you just focused your intention or when you just declared something that you wanted to see or you wanted to experience. And then I want you to think about, thank you, God. You want to think about those times that they actually manifested in your life. And so I'm thinking about, the latest thing has been the yoga class. I was in here for 2 years practicing yoga flows, pretending to be a yoga teacher. And then the opportunity arose in my life. I'm thinking about how I've been saying for so long, like even in the beginning of my writing journey, I was in writing groups, and I was driving all the way out on 21 Mile, and, sitting in the rooms at the libraries with white people, and, but I would leave those rooms, and even though I would be happy, like, yes, I have a writing group, I used to always be like, damn, like, I just really want, like, to have a writing group with people who look like me, and look up, now I'm in a writing group with people who look like me. And so, saying that one last thing, I was saying how I wanted to, and this is what God trying to get you to understand. You don't have to worry about how all of this is coming. That's why God is saying you just pick your one thing that you're going to focus on, and then allow God to do the rest. And so I told you guys last week, I redid my website, and I said I wanted to start doing tarot parties and yoga parties and all of that stuff. Translate a month, not even a month later, somebody reached out to me to do an event for yoga. And so this is what God is trying to get you to understand. You need to figure out, I think I've been saying this a lot this week too. What is your relationship with God? Like, how do God deliver things to you? How do you get your requests? God wants you to really reflect on that, because I think for some reason you're focused on the depth of it. You're focused on, all these times I wanted something and it never happened. But God is saying, no, there was actually times where you really, really wanted something, where you were focused and clear on what you wanted, and you just moved in that direction, and then I gave it to you. And so God is he's trying to get you to reflect on that so that you can do it again. All right. Okay. We're going to leave that there. I'm not going to beat it over the head with a stick. We're going to move on. I'm going to go get Money of Law of Attraction, and then I'm going to end this with our Black Angels. God, give us a tool, one tool that we can use, clarify this message of passion, reflection, death. God, what do you want us to understand about this 8 of Wands, Knight of Cups, 7 of Cups? Why is it so important for us to get clear on our passions, get clear on what we want, so that we can have it? God, also, why are you asking us to reflect on those times that you blessed us? Whoop, this card flew out. There is no shortages of time or money. There is no shortage, and any attention to shortage of something wanted will always produce negative emotions within you, because your guidance is letting you know that you have strayed from the broader basic understanding of abundance and well-being. Whether you are focused upon the shortages of money or seeing yourselves as having only so many years to live, and so each day that is expanded is one day closer to the end of your years, that feeling of decline is contrary to your broader understanding of the eternal nature of your being. This is what God's trying to tell you. You're overwhelmed. You feel like, there is no way that I'm possibly going to be able to experience all those things. And so you're trying to die. You're trying to like act like you don't want them, but they're not going to die away, because the angst, that irritation, that resistance that's coming up is your internal guidance system, because you're limiting yourself. There is no such thing as shortage. You can have all of these things, but what God is trying to tell you is that, yes, I can give you all of these things. There are no room for shortages, but you can't do it on your own. You just need to focus on one thing and just head that way. Let me take care of everything else. That's the message I'm hearing. Let me take care of everything else, because your life will be as good as you allow it. Last message. My life is as good as I allow it to be. Many people focus upon unwanted things with no deliberate attention to the emotional guidance systems within them. And then they try to compensate for their lackful thinking with physical action. And because of their misalignment of energy, they do not get the results of their actions. So again, you back here with this shortage, feeling overwhelmed. You're focusing on the unwanted. So of course you're going to keep getting unwanted. You have to shift your attention. And because of the misalignment of their energy, they do not get the results of their action. So then they try harder by offering more action, but still things do not improve. So again, all of y'all working so hard, and you're like, why isn't anything happening for me? Why isn't anything happening to me? Because you're focused on why isn't anything happening to you, instead of just being on the road to making your visions or your passions a reality. And I could say this, Angel 1414, from experience. I have been somebody who's been so concerned about why these people don't love me, why these people ain't fucking with me, why is my life this way? But then I'm trying to hurry up and work, I'm working on my book, I'm doing all this, until this, I think I want to say 2 weeks ago, something just clicked in me, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about none of this no more. I don't care about my dad, I don't care about friends, I don't care about boyfriends, I don't give a fuck about none of this. I'm about to just focus my whole energy, my whole attention on myself. On being the best me, going where the fuck I want to go, traveling creating this book. I'm putting all of my hopes and my passions into myself, and I'm going to see what's going to come from that, because that's the only thing I haven't done. I done did everything else, but I've never just put me on a pedestal and say, fuck everybody else. And so this is what God's trying to say. It's not about being like, fuck everybody else, but it is about you getting control of your energy and what you're focusing on. I can't keep focusing on why my dad don't want to be with me. I can't keep focusing on why my friends stop talking to me. I can't keep focusing on why I don't have the relationship I want with my mom. Those are things that I cannot keep focusing on, because I focused on them for like 4 or 5 years. Like, I can't keep going there. I have to move on. I have to move into this new part of my life. And like, a real look at this. I'm learning the power to direct your thoughts. I am developing the skill to direct my thoughts. Like, say for example, everybody know about the Beyonce concert. I feel like everybody has a story about Beyonce. And so I registered for the Detroit show and I registered for the Houston show, right? And I never got my confirmation for the Detroit show, but I got my pre-sale code for Houston. And I was like, at first I was like, should I tell? I'm like, but you know what? I don't want to. I'm a person where I like going to hometown shows. And so I don't mind traveling to go to concerts. Like, I will make a whole, like a trip out of it. But my cousin has a kid. So it's like, I'm not about to just, put that on her. And so I just got my ticket, got the hotel room and was like, I'm fine. And so a couple of weeks later, my cousin's like, oh, do y'all got your pre-sale code and blah, blah, blah. And so they ended up getting a pre-sale code. And I was like, oh, can y'all give me the pre-sale code? And one of my cousins was like, oh, well, I was able to get my ticket without it. And so again, it was like, then my cousin was like, oh, well, I'm about to get your ticket. And so I was like going to the hot yoga class. And I was like, oh yeah, get my ticket. I'll pay you back or whatever. And like not even 30 minutes, like, oh, well, it wouldn't let me get the tickets. And so it was just like, that to me, like, I could be mad and be like, oh, why do my cousins act like this? Or why do everybody treat me this way? But honestly, I was like, see, this is why I don't fuck with people. I'm not saying this is why I don't fuck with people, but see, this is why I don't wait. Like, this is why I did what I did. That's why I got my ticket for Houston show, got where I paid what I wanted to pay, got my whole, like, I don't have time to be waiting for people. I don't have time to be going with all this back and forth. And do you have enough money? Is it in your budget? Give me a pre-sale code. Like, people trying to act like, and I could tell, it's like, I don't think people realize, like, I can literally read energy. Like, you don't have to say shit. Like, I can pick up on it. And, like, my cousin, like, LOL, good luck. Like, trying to make it seem like she shitted on me because she got Beyonce tickets and I don't. But it's like, bitch, I'm going to the Houston show. Like, I had my tickets 2 weeks ago, so it's like people wait until they can have like certain like power trips. And it's like, I'm not playing that game no more. Like, it's Amber season. Like, whatever the fuck I want, I'm going to get, period. And now I'm like, you know what? I wasn't even thinking about going to the Detroit show, but now I want to go to just shit on y'all. I'm going to go get floor seats just to be like, hey, see you in the balcony, bitches. Okay. Like, I'm just tired. I'm done playing a victim. I'm done being like, why? Who gives a fuck? If you don't want to fuck with me, that's fine. Because in 5 years, you're gonna be the one. You're gonna be on my dick. Either way it goes, I know how this shit is going to pan out. And soon enough, you're gonna be like, ew, me. No, bitch. Get the fuck away. I don't give a fuck. Like, no. And honestly, I feel like the reason why I never was able to get what, like really like just make it, because I always had this energy of being like, oh, when I make it, what am I used to feel like so like fucking like I had to take care of people. Like, I had to do certain things. So it's just like, oh, if I make it, I got to get my deal. Now I'm on my Tarantino. I'm on my Quentin Tarantino, bitch. If you ain't help me, you ain't getting shit. No, I'm not buying you a house. I'm not buying you a car. I'm not paying no bills. No, bitch. You wasn't helping me. You wasn't helping me. No, and I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. No, because you left, all these motherfuckers left me for dead. And so you know what Drake said, that dirt that you threw up on my name turned to soil, and I grew up out of it, bitch. So go ahead, count me out. Act like I ain't doing nothing. Don't invite me to nothing. Thank you so much, because all you're doing is getting me closer and closer to my goals and where the fuck I'm trying to go. Thank you. And this is how y'all got to start looking at stuff. Stop going back and forth, tiptoeing, trying to be nice to these niggas. Fuck them. If they don't fuck with you, fuck them. Period. Because they fucking up your vibration. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. Like, she literally was like, LOL, good luck. Bitch, suck my dick. You good luck. You good luck, okay? Fucking Wednesday show. Anyways. Like, but that's why, and I'm starting to accept that. Yes, my shadow side is arrogant as fuck. Jay-Z is he's my godfather, so that tells you everything you need to know about me, goddammit. No, I'm not being fucking humble. Suck my dick. No, I'm not being humble. No, absolutely not. What the fuck? Suck my dick. All right, let me stop, y'all. I'm done. I'm being bad now. I'm being bad. My shadow self is coming out. Go back, Okay. Like the air you breathe, abundance is available in all things around you. Your life will simply be as good as you allow it to be. And this card is just, again, trying to tell you the power of clarity of thoughts, because creation happens in what? 3 steps. First, the thoughts you think, the words you speak, and the actions that you take. So once you have all of those 3 things on accord, it's not a surprise when fast communication come in. It's not a surprise when people are just, it seems like our opportunities are just coming to you. You're attracting everything you need. It's not magic. It's just because you got clear on who the fuck you are and you made yourself a priority in your life. That's our problem. It's the problem with society. Everybody putting everybody else up on a pedestal. Everybody doing everything to make everybody else feel good, and they feel miserable on the inside. Fuck that. That ain't my life no more. I refuse to live that way. I'm breaking everybody goddamn heart if it means keeping mine, okay? The fuck? Listen. Call me bitch. Call me what you want. I don't give a fuck. Call me what you want. I know what I'm gonna do and I know what I ain't. That shit really got me hot now that I think about it. Good luck. Bitch. Good luck. How I'm gonna be in fucking Atlanta. I'm gonna be in fucking Houston. Be at the show to be at. Shit. Like, I'm so, people are just, whatever. People crack me up. Anyways, I'm sorry y'all for getting all passionate about that, but we all have a Beyonce story. we all have a Renaissance story to tell, and like, trying to stunt on me is just never going to end well for anybody. Like, ever. I'm an Aries. Like, it's never gonna end well. Like, bitch, I'm gonna get the last laugh at this motherfucker. Nah, I'm for real. I really am. I wasn't even thinking about going to the Detroit show. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be greedy. I can see Beyonce once, but fuck that. Now I gotta go to the Detroit show. I gotta get the fucking 4 seats just to shit on somebody. Just to prove a fucking point. Like, just to prove a goddamn point. Hello. Alright, 8 of Wands, Knight of Cups. And I'm sorry, y'all. It's not the shit. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. Because I just want to prove a point. Don't ever try to LOL good luck me, bitch. Don't ever. Do that shit to your mama. Don't do it to me. Alright, 8 of Wands, Knight of Cups, 7 of Cups, passion, reflection, death, along with there is no shortages of time or money. My life is as good as I allow it to be. God, why is it so important for us to get clear on our passions, for us to reflect on those times where you have bought passions in our life? And why do you want us to reflect on why we let certain things die? Allow them to figure out our confusion in me or the viewer's mind. One thing I ain't standing for this year, ain't nobody shitting on me no more. Don't stun on me. Don't try to sun me. Don't try to tell me what the fuck to do. I'm not having it. I'm just not having it. Like, even I'm thinking, I was like, my goal this year, like I have my writers group on Saturday and we're going to focus on the Wanderer. And I'm just like, my goal is to just always show up in rooms as myself. Because I get into these group settings and I be like, because, I'm an ex-weaver. I'd be like, oh, please, I want everybody to like me and love me. And now I'm just like, fuck that. Like, now I really, really understand, issue number 2414, that the concept that the world is nothing but a reflection of us. And so people treat you how you feel on the inside. And for so long, I was letting people get away with, like, talking slick and trying to talk down and trying to, fuck that. You're not going to talk down on me. You're not going to treat me like shit. And you're not going to treat me like an option and think you're going to be prioritized in my life. That's just not how the fuck it's going no more. Period. Okay? All right, the Wanderer. I mean that shit. I just mean that shit. Don't fucking try to stun on me, ho. Go ahead, your feelings hurt. The Wanderer. Your spirit is free to choose. Wanderer, you love freedom, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. On the waking path, you are able to move freely with all that you desire in life. You are not afraid. You are an adventurer, one who rarely feels stuck. Your movement is physical, mental, and spiritual. Your freedom keeps you from being ruled by attachments and affords you an opportunity to discover new things. You love the unknown. You enjoy the random selections of the universe. You wait to be found rather than waste time seeking out things and people. You allow faith and spirit to do the work in your life. You are led by spirit and not held down by physical, material possession or held back by money. You do not wait for what others can give you in order to have what you need in life. You are not one to emotionally possess anything or anyone so that you can sustain your sense of spiritual freedom. This doesn't mean you are not in relationship with others, but such relationships are fluid and free from your ownership, helping others to feel the same freedom as you. On the waking path, you feel completely free to do what you want with your life, yet remain aware of those who, On the waking path, you feel completely free to do what you want in your life, yet remain aware of those you love. Your free spirit is admired. On the sleeping path, your freedom can loom so large that you lose your way in life. You can run aimlessly and appear irresponsible. Your intentions to have no possession or attachments can render a life without connections to others. Those who love you may begin to apply pressure on you to join the goal-oriented, high-achieving world or to make some kind of connection to the material world. You resist changing your path of freedom to one of resistance and neglect. Your free will can be lost inside of your defensiveness. Are you running away, or do you have a clear vision of a liberated life? Can you stand by your liberations within you, rather than try to manufacture it by ignoring family and friends? Watch to see if, as a wanderer, your sense of freedom may be a smokescreen to avoid failure, disappointment, or to hold onto some delusion of freedom. In the past, you might have experienced falling short of your dreams or having to defer them altogether, or the doors were once closed to you. There is freedom in revisiting those dreams. There is freedom in creating a new meaning of freedom, one that is not about running from captivity, but a meaning of freedom that speaks to possibilities or choices. Moving by spirit requires a dream or vision. It also requires that you give up and truly believe that spirits will move you in the direction you want to go. Trust that your prayers are being answered, though it may not look like it for the time being. You are a courageous one. Your sense of freedom gives you a rare and beautiful way to walk through life. Angel number 2250. I actually love that because for this reflection, it says, remember I kept telling you to think about those old dreams that you may have let go. It said very clear in here, there is, in the past, you may have experienced falling short of your dreams or having to defer them altogether, or the doors were closed to you. There is freedom in revisiting those dreams. There's freedom in recreating a new meaning of freedom. So again, look at some of those past, adventures or things that you worked on that didn't necessarily work out the way that you want. And then see if you still have that desire there. If you do still have that desire, then maybe it's time for you to move in the direction of your dreams. Okay? All right, y'all. That's all the messages I have for you. If you made it to the end of this message, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this message, you are not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Mwah. See you in Houston, Beyonce. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.